Here is the 1984 Ford Price book. I've said it before in other videos, but for whatever reason the late 82 books and on up look like this. There's no prestigious cover like there is on this one. It's just that they flat out print all the details and stuff on the outside, while this one has all of it strictly on the inside. And this is the outer cover because it's the same thick, almost cardstock that this is. It's a textured parchment. Kind of looks and feels like leather, even though it ain't. But we'll go down to this. This is, like I said, it's a 1984 book. You can see that it was printed in September 12th of 1983. So this would cover pretty much only 1984 cars. And it does cover all the cars that Ford was selling at the time. These do not cover any pickups or commercial vehicles. You know, they're just people carriers and not vans. It's just sedans, coupes, hatchbacks, and wagons. It's pretty much all it covers. But these cover not just the base prices of each model, but they also cover transportation costs, handling charges, and they go over every single option cost, and they list most of the standard options and the available options and some of the combinations. The only thing, some of these even cover, fuel mileage, fuel tank capacity, curb weight, and then other dimensions, but the only thing they don't really cover is colors, whether that be interior or exterior. They just don't really cover them. But that's what other books are for. So, but we open up to the first page, and sometimes you'll see this, sometimes you don't. For this book, the September 12th, 1983, for the 1984, you will see this. On the right, on all these books, you always see these tabs here. They list some of the cars that they cover. So the Ford one covers kind of the oddballs. That'd be like the LTDs, Crown Vics. And then over here you can see it says LTD, and then there's one for T-Bird, some of these have Futurist, and then it's Tempo, Mustang, Escort, EXP. EXP is always last, not sure why, and it's always next to Escort. Now there is plenty of Escort info in these books, more than there is EXPs, but I'm strictly interested in EXP stuff. Sometime I can do a video on just the Escort stuff. I'll gladly do that. It's just trying to spit out this EXP stuff because that's what my main focus is. So on our first page here, it goes over the 6 position sell. If you're a salesman, you're familiar with this kind of stuff. From here on, you're welcome to freeze the screen at any point in time to check over these. I'll make sure the camera has a good focus so you can see all of these. So right after the sales specs, it goes into these rapid spec packages. So these are pretty much the trim levels. They didn't really call them that until sometime in 84-ish with most Fords, and then the EXP caught on later. This was the first time you'd see luxury coupe. And of course, first time you see turbo coupe, and those were 2 trims, the package levels. But for all the earlier cars, you wouldn't see any titles. It would just be that 300A, 301, and 302. I think there was even a 303 at one point. That's just the different tiers of EXPs and what kind of equipment they have. So it's neat. This one has a nice chart comparing what all is optional and what all is standard, what all is not included. And over here on the right, the chart just continues. Nothing too crazy. We'll go on to the next page here, and this is where we start getting into option pricing. Take note, some of these high cost items like the automatic transmissions. So not available on the base model, not available on the turbo coupe. That's what the 300 and 302 are, base model, turbo coupe. Only available in the luxury model. manual air condition, not available on the base model, available on the turbo and luxury only. But check out the price tag, $643 for AC. Wow, I hope it blows cold and blows hard. Flip up sunroof, that's a neat option, $315. Some of the radio options are pretty cool. You have a wide variety of radio options to choose from in all the EXPs. It's pretty neat. Next page over is more options. And then starts listing off all the base car features. Nothing too crazy. And then next page over, it continues listing base car features. And then it lists the features of the turbo model and what makes it more important than the base model. And then in the back of these books is a regular payment chart program kind of thing. Pretty much covers these. See option pricing here. About $10,000 for a 84 EXP turbo. See how that's more than every Escort, and it is more than the base model V8, actually more than the high output V8, and higher than the SVO. Crazy. That covers that. Next video to keep an eye out for will be the 85 book.